Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to get a way count to get the capacity of the receiver module. Nobody really knows, not even Rustlin, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's see. So we've got our tare weight on there. So I counted these twice. I got 100 in here. And we're at 3.5. Now I did this before and it was 34 grams, so let's just do it again. Okay, 34 grams. $35 grams. All right, we'll go with 35 grams, so 0.35 grams per BB. Now I have completely loaded up our magazine, and I'm gonna just dump them all out into here. And there are going to be a few stuck on the auger, but we're not going to worry about that. So we got 427 divided by 35. So that equals 1,220 BBs, which is a couple hundred more than the Blackbird magazine. Very good. A couple more things about this module. I did try it out yesterday very briefly, and I only tried it out at 5,000 rounds a minute, and it ran like a scalded dog. You know, a little bit down the road I'm going to be comparing it to one of my Blackbirds that is completely hopped up, and I'm going to use the same barrel on it, and I'll be taking it apart. I'll probably go ahead and use the same valve. It's going to be a rather long video if I do it that way, so I'll probably speed through some of the processes, but I want to make sure that it's a real comprehensive video that is, you know, only slightly edited, if any. And yeah, I know those videos can be kind of boring, but you know, it's proof of what it is for whatever it turns out to be. All right, now in designing this, the clutch is very important, even on the Blackbirds. And to adjust the clutch on the Blackbird, you have to completely take apart the magazine every time you do it. So with our design, you have these two screws, one on either side, and this is a excuse me, a 3mm Allen wrench. All these screws are 3mm. So just take this off. Some way or the other. Let me go ahead and take these screws all the way out. Well, it's always easier off camera, right? There we go. So to get to the business part of this and your clutch, all you do is take those two screws off and remove your cover, and that way you can adjust it without disassembling the whole magazine and get it tuned up with your clutch a lot faster. I was thinking about it last night, and I even think that there is enough room in this housing to put a wing nut on the end of this. So I'm gonna be looking into that. But you don't really need a wing nut because the tension that you're gonna need on here can all be done by hand. So that's one of the real nice features of our design. And again, our design is purpose built to shoot extreme rates of fire, unlike the Blackbird. And I'm just going to go over the 5K board with you. Again, you know, I'm not. All right. So here we have a 5K board. And what's special about it is that, you know, we have the same burst rate here and full auto, but they start a lot lower at 470 rounds a minute, 600, 800, 1000, 1500, and you could probably use all of those fire rates with a Blackbird magazine, and just using a stock Blackbird magazine, that is, and just using 3 14-500s with bridging the other compartment in the battery compartment. Now, this is purpose built. You can shoot those low rates of fire, but we have 2000, 2500, 3000, 3500, 4000, 4500, and 5000, and then it should drop back to 470. So we've got a lot of different fire rate options for you. I like the higher fire rates because I live in a neighborhood and it doesn't sound like a machine gun when you're way up there at 5000. Let's see, your pulse. I think I got a bad connection somewhere. Okay, pulse, let's see where it starts on these. These boards have half millisecond increments, which a half a millisecond can mean a big difference in power when you start, you know, getting way up there. I think I missed it. Okay, so our pulse starts at 3, and then come on, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8. Now, generally speaking, at least with the Blackbird, I'm gonna have to do more testing on this. With the Blackbird, anything over 7 is just wasting air. Now, since we've got a much more efficient air delivery system in this, that number might even drop. But we'll just have to see. I'm going to be doing a lot more tests. And also, when I tested it at 5,000 rounds a minute, I used this battery pack. And yes, I will make a video of it shooting absolutely 5,000 rounds a minute, but not today. I don't have time. But it was able to do it with 5 of these 18650s. And before, with the Blackbird, it would really struggle to hit 4K with 5 of these. I didn't even do it. I always just used 6 of the 14-500 cells. But since this gun can do it easily with a lot of power at 5,000 rounds a minute, I'm pretty sure what we're going to do is go with 18650s is in our battery compartment. They've got a huge capacity. We were thinking about going with 18500s, but excuse me. What's up? Okay, sorry about that. Somebody came, knocked on the door, and I had to answer the question, and then my SD card filled up, so I'm not really sure where we are. I was talking about the 18650s. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to go with the battery compartment being able to hold 6 of the 18650s, because we were thinking about going with 18500s, but 18500s are more expensive, they have less capacity, and there's really not many manufacturers that make them. So since this board only needs 5 of them, we're gonna look for some 18650 dummy cells, so it'll be able to accept 6 of the 18650s, but 6 of them would put you at 25.2 volts. And yes, I have been running 6 14500s for a long time, but this capacitor is only rated for 25 volts, and 6 fully charged lithium-ion cells is 25.2 volts. So even though the battery housing will be able to accept 6 18650s, you do so at your own risk. If it works at 5,000 rounds a minute, there's really no point in basically playing with fire. Alright, so that's about all I have for today, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on this, and I'm going to be filming some more tests. Just one last thing, I lost my train of thought, but I was going to say that this morning about 1 o'clock I did speak to Ruslan about whether or not we're going to be ready for the Christmas rush on all these BB machine guns. And I said, are we going to be ready? Is everything going to be physically here for me to be able to sell before Christmas? And I was shooting for late October, early November, just to have everything in-house ready to go. And he says, yes, you'll have everything in October. So fingers crossed. Wish me luck. Later.